People that love Negronis are like the vegans of the cocktail world, because the people that do love Negronis love it so much that they make sure that everybody around them knows how much they love the Negroni. So of course we got to talk about this classic cocktail. And this is probably the cocktail with the most amount of official variations probably ever made. Let's start with 1 ounce of Campari, a bitter liqueur that is from Milano. And then for a good Negroni, you always got to use a good sweet vermouth. 1 ounce of Punta Mez. This is from Torino, also in Italy. Add some ice, and we give this a little quick stir. And back in the 1860s, this was called the Milano Torino. This is the grandfather of the Negroni. And then a few decades later, the Americans started to come into Italy as tourists. And this was way too bitter for their overly sweet American palate. So because of that, the Italians started to add in soda water to that cocktail. And this cocktail is called the Americano. But that's not what we're doing today, right? So then back in 1919, the count by the name of Camillo Negroni walked into a cafe in Florence called Cafe Casoni. And he wanted an Americano, but he wanted the Americano to be a lot stronger. So they asked him to put a little bit of gin instead of soda water. And of course, we know how much of a hit that cocktail was. And of course, with that came the other variations, right? We have the Negroni Splagiato.
With Prosecco in it.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
Remember how viral that was? In the 2000s, we got the white Negroni. I mean, it even has probably the most famous cocktail week of all time. Maybe the Batanga week was bigger. So once you master this cocktail, you start understanding the bitter to sweet ratios, you can go crazy. Think of Vieux Carrés, Manhattans, and even the Boulevardier. I hope that helps. Cheers.